Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In case you couldn't tell somehow from the title in the past minute and a half, I got back from Repticon last week and I got two new species. The first one is out right here. It is Madagascar hissing cockroaches, Grumphitorina portentosa. I have two males. No, I have two females and a male, sorry. I'll get the male out here for you to see. Okay, so here's the male. As you can see, it has horns and sort of feathery antennae unlike the other two, which is how I can tell. They're actually a lot faster than I expected them to be for their size, but I guess they are cockroaches, so that makes sense. You just heard it hiss there. This one seems like hissing a lot more than the other two. I don't know if that's because it's a male or if they all have different personalities. I'm not entirely sure, but I hope that I'm able to start a colony of them. The first night that I got them, I heard them hissing at night. Hopefully that means... Oh, dropped it there. Hopefully that means that they are mating. If not, I guess it'll happen eventually. Sorry, it's hiding under my tripod right now. Not too worried about this thing getting out. It's massive. It is fast though. It's not my first species. Oh, it's climbing the glass. Yeah. That's why I have the Vaseline berry. I guess that doesn't account for it climbing the outside of the enclosure, as it is now. Let's get this back in there before it, oh! Yeah, as I said, they're fast. And it still seems to be sort of stressed out from when I first bought it, but hopefully they'll calm down over time. This is their enclosure here. I have just some cocoa fiber on the bottom. It's too wet right now because I was having a humidity issue, and I poured a bunch of water in. That's because I just had this screen top, but since then I've put this duct tape over it, which has helped a lot with humidity, but that also means that the substrate isn't drying out as fast as before. So I just kind of need to let it dry out over time, and hopefully it'll get back to a normal level. And they have this fake sort of log here that I used to have with my darklings. You might recognize it. And then the two females are in there. You can sort of see them, but it's really dark. And then I just have a bunch of leaf litter, some kale that admittedly needs to be taken out. I'll do that after this video. And then you might notice some white specks around here. That's just some calcium powder that I put in. I don't think they need it, but it certainly can't hurt. So I just added some anyway when I was doing it to my isopods. Now let's move on to the next pickup. And this is the second thing I got. It is an Asian forest scorpion, Heterometeor species. this is its enclosure. Like the roaches, it's in a 5-gallon. It's a juvenile, so I'll upgrade it when it gets bigger. I do want to eventually get some cork bark, which I'll also give to the roaches, but for now it just has this dirt hut that I made, and some leaves too, just for decoration. There is a cricket in there right now, but the scorpion has been pretty stressed out since I got it, and it hasn't been eating, which I guess worries me a little bit, but my bark scorpion has gone a long time without eating, so I think this one will be fine for a week, which is how often you're supposed to feed them anyway. Hopefully it'll just start eating soon. But it's actually really angry. Unlike the one you saw earlier in the video, I would not pick this thing up. But as you can see, when I spray it, it's not doing it now, but earlier, before I started filming, I was spraying the enclosure and it was actually striking at the water. So yeah, it's kind of stressed, but I just have a heat pad for it to keep it warm, which it likes to hang out by, and I try to keep the enclosure moist. I have a wooden lid that my grandpa gave me, which holds in humidity a lot better than a screen lid, and it was free, so that's pretty good. Although sometimes in more humid enclosures they can grow a bit of mold, but you just need to scrape that off, and usually it's not too much of an issue. I just want to apologize for my lack of uploading lately. I've just been really stressed out with school and I haven't had much time for stuff like this, but because summer starts soon and school ends in only a few weeks, I should be able to start producing videos more regularly over the summer, so you can look forward to that. Also, I feel like I should address the new project that I mentioned in my last video. It was a 10-gallon vivarium that I replaced my darklings in, but I guess I already talked about that. It was it had a lot of plants. I actually redid it one time. The first time it wasn't that great, but the second time it actually looked kind of nice. But ultimately I just wasn't that pleased with it, and I ended up never having time to make a video on it, so you won't ever see a video on that. But I did get a lot of good experience from that, and I'll probably end up making some smaller things like that. But in my opinion, it's really just not that much fun to use such a large space for something like that. I'd rather use it for something like roaches or big things that are fun to look at, honestly. I'll put up some pictures on the screen now so you can see what it looked like, because I did take a few. Right here is what it looked like the first time, and then this is what it looked like the second time after I redid it, which, as I said, I'm a lot more pleased with, but it no longer exists, so sorry about that. But anyway, as I said, new videos coming soon. Probably an updated collection tour, because my collection is a little different from last time. And I also want to do some actual entomology videos and not just hobby stuff, because I've been making a lot of hobby content lately and I feel like that's not appealing to my full audience, so I'll probably go back to pinning a little bit, since I do have a lot of things to pin, and also just collecting insects in the wild, because oh knew that was gonna happen, because I haven't made too many of those, and the ones I have made I was actually pretty pleased with. I'd also like to make more mini documentaries, like that one that I made about the brown prionid, or the Somobrenium. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.